Morning and welcome to Gardening with Granny. It is early in August. I believe it is the 8th of August, and it's time to do a front garden tour. So I think we'll start here in what I call our circle garden, and this is the triangle part of our circular drive. You can see that I have cut off all of the blooms from the hostas. They were looking a little bit shabby, so we trimmed them. But in the center, the rocking deep purple salvia is doing fabulous, and it is surrounded by pretty red begonia, wax begonia. And in the center is something new. I don't think that you've seen this before. You did see the dragon tongue variety, and I believe this is just the golden version of this plant. I will put it in the description below because right now the name is escaping me. And then we have our corbels, which are in bloom. They're looking lovely, being crowded out by the hostas, but still looking lovely. And in front, we will be having mums shortly, and that is a signal fall is coming, so I'm not too anxious to see that yet. But there is that garden, and you will notice the bush, the Japanese or Chinese maple duo, and that is looking lovely. It's not as intense as it will be in about 3 weeks. There you will see color change. It will be glorious. On to the garden across from it. The last time I said I was not very happy with this lipstick salvia, well, I guess it heard me, because it's now a beautiful show of color. Very, very happy with it now. You're doing good, guys. Now moving on, our balloon flowers are still doing well. You can see that the hydrangeas that I got from Proven Winners are really doing well. This is their second year, and so I imagine next year we will see them in their full glory. Again, the mums that are in the back are doing well. We are getting some new growth on the canna lilies, and I have yet to move that dahlia that came up, but that will happen. I want to put it in this spot right here. My hedge of coleus are looking glorious. It is a beautiful day here in Michigan. Beautiful according to me. 70 degrees, sunshine. We added some lime green heuchera. So now we have the sort of gray green of the Brennera, then the lime green, and then the berry next to it. So lovely colors. This one is a little confused because usually they bloom in spring, but this one is also blooming. So there you have it. The ferns are, usually in August they're getting brown and crispy. This the garden across from that, you will see we have Lots of weeding. I'm sure you're trying to keep up with yours as well, but a beautiful moonflower. Blooms on the hollyhock yet, but they're looking lovely and healthy. The asters are huge this year for some reason. Still no blooms on them yet, but they're looking good. This fuchsia bush is doing well, actually. There's a little, looks like a wasp of some sort on there. Pollinator. This hydrangea, I don't know. Will it ever bloom? I mean, it always looks so good, so healthy, so green, but yeah. And then we've got our squash. Lots of blooms. No fruit yet. I'm not sure if I even see a female flower. Well, we've got something really buzzing away in that one, pollinating away. Milkweed is done blooming. Now it grows its pod, and that creates the seeds. Then the pod dries and opens up and drops its seed. You can see some yellow dock there. Sort of a weedy garden. I have some burdock in the back there, but this is what I like. I like to have these little spots of natural. Across from that we have our apple tree, and we did pick some apples to put in our crabapple jelly. I can link that video. So along here are the hostas are done blooming. They need a good chopping off. The grapes getting full and lovely. Soon to make grape jelly. Love the blooms on this grass. Just gorgeous. That purple fountain grass, yeah, purple fountain grass. You can see that it's a bit breezy today. I'm loving it because I got to weed a little bit later. So heading over to the herb garden, the barbecue area. Sweet William are starting to give us some more blooms. There's a couple tomatoes in there, and we'll see what happens with them. Then these sweet potato vines. I love the coloring on them. They're not as aggressive as some, and I appreciate that. I don't want an aggressive vine in that area. The nasturtium is gorgeous. The color in it is just so brilliant. Tansy. Chives have re-established themselves. Our garlic, this is the elephant garlic. I love the blooms on these. They have a delicate garlic flavor, and you can add them to salads or just as an accompaniment to different dishes. They're pretty and they're tasty. And there are my two, let's see, the oregano and thyme in here. Horseradish, comfrey. Bees are loving that. You can see the beautiful bloom on the butterfly bush, and we're happy to see that one. Lots of mint, lemon balm, lots of pollinators. daisies are still doing well. And then this is the second buddleia with the beautiful purple blooms, causing lots of butterflies to come to my garden, which I appreciate. We've got artemisia and sage, and of course mint. Lots and lots of mint. And we got yarrow, we got the yellow, and then this red, which is really, really pretty. Just love to see these bees hanging on and getting the pollen. Moving on to where we have planted the gladiolas behind the peonies. You can see how pretty they are. These are called frizzle-frazzles, and I've already harvested quite a few of them. There's a look at the willow. I trimmed it a good 2.5 feet off of it in July, and it looks like it's going to need another trimming shortly. We're going to head toward the veggie patch here. Got lots of cucumbers coming. See one down there. This is the new planting. There's some lettuce I fall planted onto our zucchini. And I'm not sure, but I think that looks like a little zucchini coming there. I hand pollinated that a couple days ago, so hopefully we'll have a zucchini. It seems like if you get one, then the rest come. Our potatoes have bloomed and soon to be in the ones in the grow bags. These are still blooming. These are the ones that self-planted, so to speak. Lots of tomatoes. Our grow bag of celery still doing quite well. I've picked leaves from this, and you can see the stalks are doing really well. Moving on over here to the green beans, and we've been picking like crazy on the green beans. They've been giving us lots of wonderful meals. Not enough yet to do any large freezing. These tomatoes are looking lovely. I can't imagine what they're going to be like when they turn red. Nasturtium, I think it's done. About time to pull that puppy out. You can see some more green bean here. Lots more coming. So I really, really enjoy green beans. You can see our leeks in here. I've harvested a couple of those to make some yummy treats onto the first tomato bed, which is doing really good. I've been harvesting tomatoes. I usually like to pick them when they're like this and let them finish ripening on the windowsill, because too many critters that steal my tomatoes. I planted some pak choy, and it just may have been too warm, so I've been harvesting it, but you can see that it is coming to bloom. Got some beets. We've got green pepper coming up. I'm not sure if they'll have enough time to produce anything. Got lots of wonderful leaf lettuce. Been having lots of salads with those. Some Swiss chard. And this is another planting of green beans. Mostly just for fresh eating. We don't like canned green beans. There's our second tomato bed. Looking fabulous. More cucumbers. See another one coming. We've been having lovely cucumber salads. You can see my dill growing in the center there. These tomatoes are the mortgage lifter, and they are enormous. And they haven't a slight bit of turning blush yet, so there's one on the other side. Let's go catch that. It's like the blushes from the Romas. But look at the size of this. It's absolutely huge. It's like the size of a small melon. It's so big. I will definitely grow that big one again, but you know, if you're looking for production, those big ones just don't produce. So I like a mixture of tomatoes. I've already harvested quite a few and put them in the freezer for canning later on. This is a relatively new bed. Again, the goji, but it looks like some critter has eaten some of my goji. Might have to invest in some kind of a critter device. You can see the zinnias are coming, amaranth, but they're all fighting because something keeps chewing away at them. One thing that is looking gorgeous is this multi-branch sunflower. Very, very pleased. Black lace elderberry is still doing very well. I think if it can get it to maturity, these bushes will have a chance. So you can see that we're laying down cardboard, getting ready to mulch this area. This is another elderberry, standard elderberry. This is a perennial hibiscus. Looking beautiful. Lots of blooms still coming on this one. And this hibiscus my neighbor gave me for my birthday, which I am enjoying. It's got tons of bloom on it. So you can maybe imagine how this bed is going to look after we get all the mulch down and have it looking pretty. I just have to put established plants in here until I figure out that critter situation. So heading toward the entrance garden, you can see that the Rudbeckia is in wonderful bloom. Daisies are starting to wane. The mums are looking good, but oh my word, the weeds have taken over. So this is my focus this morning. If I can get in here and get some of the weeds away from my beautiful petunias, get my petunias fed, I think I will do an after picture for you on this one. And on the right of the entrance garden is the heron structure. Grass is looking beautiful behind it. You can see here our stargazer lily has bloomed. Looking gorgeous. There's some Rudbeckia in here. In fact, the Rudbeckia from here was transferred to the entrance garden. Just the tail end of that dragon tongue. A little bit of an echinacea here. I did have a lot more. I had a lot more on the entrance garden, but they didn't survive, it looks like. There's an astilbe there in the background, and this hibiscus is getting ready to bloom. You can see the little buds on it. all in all, I'm pretty pleased with this garden for as little attention as it gets. So that does it for our early August tour. I'm going to show you my neighbor's beautiful hibiscus and hollyhock. And I hope you're having a great day in your garden. Thanks for watching. This is Gardening with Granny.